Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, back with another episode of Settlement Survival. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. Wow, I got some stuff to talk to you about here. So look at all this baloney we got happening over here. So we had an event, let's see if I could find it here, that gave us 27 or so immigrants. And it was like, oh, there's some peasants wandering around and they need a place to be, you accept them. And I said yes. And then there was an immigrant batch that came by, and I said yes. And now we have 0 laborers. So it's just, I don't know what to do. I have our hunters they were maxed. They're not anymore. I had all of these maxed, our gatherer huts. They're not anymore. And they're good. They're really good. I'm not going to say that the gatherer huts are bad. But what I want to do is, I was talking to one of our commenters, I can't remember exactly who it was, but they mentioned, if you're having people that are going to die anyways, you might as well send them on a caravan. And, that makes sense to me. So what we're going to do is, we're going to start doing some caravanning here. I don't have a ton of extra people to do it. So what my plan is going to be do like 2 people, and we're going to have them go out and say good luck, have fun, basically, and hope that they come back. So what I'm going to do is we'll take a fishing dock person and we'll take a hunter's hut person, and that's going to give us 2 laborers, right? And I paused it because it'll probably die off before I get this caravan figured out. So that's why I paused it. We're going to go see Rania. We aren't going to loop. We aren't going to buy insurance because we can't. But let's just see this. So we have 2 caravan members. Risk of death is 32%, which is a lot. So let's see if we can manage to wiggle out a couple more people here. So if we go 8, I will rather have 8% death than 32. So what we're going to do is we'll take 2 people off here, and let's go 1 person off here. Okay, so now we're at 4. Let's form this caravan. Let's go Rania. Let's go 4. Can't buy insurance. And we're going to sell some things. Now, we don't have a whole lot of stuff to sell, but I'm thinking that we can go ahead and we can sell some of our planks that we got here. I'm gonna put this at 0. I did have the planks saved up in case we wanted to do another fishing dock, but it just doesn't seem really worth it. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna keep our timber and our stone and our iron ore. I think we're gonna put a couple herbs in here. Let's put this down to 200 and we'll put this to 200. Let's see where we're at for weight, so we can do definitely some more stuff in here. Let's go raw materials. Let's see what else we got here. We got lots of leather, so 507 leather. Let's go ahead and we'll put, I'm gonna just do the whole deal. I'm gonna go 500 on here. So we'll be at 2,700 monies. That seems like a lot because we don't have any, but it's not really that much. And then let's go 500 feathers, and that makes us at 1,500. So that's great. Or yeah, 1,500 weight, 3,600 money. So we're gonna sell those things and we're gonna buy some stuff. And that stuff we're gonna buy is, I still think tools are important, and I think that food is important, and the domestic fuels. So if we just look here, what just happened is starvation, frozen to death, starvation, 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 frozen to death, starvation. So food is a problem, freezing to death is a problem. Part of the freezing to death issue is stemming from a lack of timber, and that's of course because we don't have anybody to work anything. Let's get some food and we'll get some domestic fuels and a little bit of tools here. So that's kind of what I'm hoping. Let's go ahead with, we could do something better than just a plain food, but I'm going for quantity right now, I guess, over quality, which might not be the greatest thing, but we're gonna do it anyways. So potatoes was what we got before. Okay, that's fine. And let's see, so we'll have 3,600 monies. What does 1 cost? Ooh, okay. So this is going to be really nice. I'm going to leave this empty for now, and we'll get this other stuff first. So we know that potatoes are 1 for 1, so that's really great. So we talked about getting tools and some domestic fuels. So we talked about the iron tools seeming like they didn't really, or steel tools didn't seem like they went that far. But I think we could go with iron tools over stone tools because it's only 3 more, and iron tools are okay. So let's see, what are these costing a piece? 15 a piece. Okay, that's price. So we could do a decent amount. Let's go 20. Let's see where we're at here. So 300. That's not bad. Let's go ahead and let's put that at 600. So that leaves us with 3,000 monies left. and so that's going to be 40 tools. That's pretty good. And then let's go ahead and get ourselves some of that domestic fuel action. We could go coal because it was a little bit better, but we couldn't really do much with it. And it's 5, so we could get almost double the domestic fuels. So let's go ahead, and if it's 2 and we want 300, that's going to cost 600. So let's try and get this to 1,000. So that would be 200. Okay, and now we're at 1,000. So that leaves us with 2,600 available food monies that we could get. But I want to go a little bit higher with both of these things, I think. So let's plop this to 60, and let's plop this to 300. And so now we are going to be at 2,100 food. Is that right? I think that's right. I'm going to go with a little bit more. Okay, I didn't realize we were going to have this much money. It's really nice. Let's go with 80. Okay, 1,600 food. Let's do that. We'll get to 1,600 food happening. And man, and if this fails, boy, oh boy, that's going to be sad. Let's see. Okay, so we can't quite do that much because of our weight limit. So if we go 1,100, okay, not quite. So let's go minus 80. Let's go 1120. Total weight 1515. Total price 3,020, and we'll get some coins back, assuming this works. I'm crossing my fingers, hoping it's gonna work. All right, so it's gonna take 180 days, 1,500 carry weight. We got 8% risk of death, 4 caravan members. Let's do it. Form it. All right, so finally, 35 years into a trade playthrough, we're doing our first caravan. It's a thing. It took a long time. I thought I had all my trade points spent, so let's go ahead and we'll grab, I guess we do have well-known rep and overloader, so all the main big things that I wanted are grabbed. But let's grab Travel Light. I'm not 100% sure what this does. I don't understand what needed to trade with fractions by 1-to-1. I don't know what that means. If you do know what that means, please let me know, because it doesn't make sense to me. And then we're on our way. So we did talk about getting our carving workshop for some timber, but that's going to be a minute out, and we still need to get the timber anyways to be able to do that. So this little tree is something that we could get into eventually here. We don't have anybody to build anything. We just took that person out. We really were hurting on some water, so we have 3 people working water right now, 2 in the well and then 1 in the regular well. So that's a lot. And let's see, so we're at full tombstone capacity again, of course. And let's see, what can we adjust? Let's take this church person out of here, and we'll make them a builder so they can get rid of the tombstones, and so we can replace the tombstones. Up here, these guys haven't been running at full capacity for very long here, and then the people are dying. So we just take a quick peek at the numbers, and we're doing pretty good still. I really would like this horser's hut to start working good. What we got going on here is just planting the trees here and making them come back. We can see we do have a lot of full-grown trees in this little radius, so it's doing pretty great. And I think because of that, I should probably move a couple people over here to the more productive gatherer's hut, and we can see that we got little things here to gather. So that's what we're gonna do. And for now, we'll just leave this at 4, and we'll just let it go. I don't have a ton of people, but I want to get this stuff planted. Maybe I do want to move this forester person out of there and do something else with them. Like, what are we needed a builder. Let's put this person in a hunter's hut. We're getting low on people here too. We're trying to get people in all of our gatherer's hut, all the hunter's hut, and then the fishing docks, and we just can't really do that. We're not able to keep up. We're having the cold deaths, we're having food deaths, all that other fun stuff. So hopefully this caravan goes and it's fine. Hopefully it's fine. So we already lost 1 person. This hasn't even left yet, and we're down 1 person, but the risk of death is still 8%. So that's nice that it didn't decrease, because that would have been really unfortunate. So that's good. At least we have that set up. I really hope that we can get a good hunk of experience from this. We can't really use the dates or anything from her, but eventually we'll get down into the Grand Bazaar and then the better trade, but that's going to take quite a while, especially since we don't really have anything going on. But the whole point of this playthrough was to utilize the trade to be successful. And I feel like not only was I ignoring the gatherer's huts for 3 episodes, 4 episodes, whatever it was, we're kind of ignoring trade, because I have this thought process of I have to have bulk people and bulk things to trade in order to do that. So I'm going to try and change that up and see how that works. So hopefully it is profitable. We don't have any immigrants on the timeline. We just kind of are crossing on our fingers, hoping that this goes well here, get us some money. And then if we, they come back and everything's all happy, and then we can do insurance on our next import-export extravaganza. So hopefully we can get that money. And, then we could also buy some stuff that comes through from the merchants. So that would be good as well. So I think we're just going to hang out a little bit here. I'll just let this play out like I normally do. And hopefully we can have some caravan goodies come back. I'll let you know if they mishap or whatever, or they come back. So I'll be back in just a minute. All right, it looks good. We have 3 days left for a caravan to get here. 2 days, 1 day, and there we go. 580 and the domestic fuels and potatoes. Super duper great. You can see here we got our caravan rolling on in. So this flipping thing sat here for so long, waiting for 12 feathers. And I was like, what are you waiting for? Like, we had plenty of them. We still have enough feathers. 152 here, and they just didn't get it. I had 4 people, laborers, to get them the feathers, and they still didn't do it. And then they finally did. And then, no, it's fine. It's all good. We came back. We didn't have any problems. And the potatoes and the fuel and everything is going to help the town. And it looks like it already has. Look at this. There's no red marks right in the middle here. Couple coming from a ways away there, but not too bad. Pretty happy with the results here. We still have 2 people in the caravan, which I'm not really sure why, but it doesn't really matter. I guess we can grab those guys. But I had to take all 4 of my gathered people out, and it's okay. It paid off. They got back just fine, and so I like that idea. So we got a bunch of food. Even though the people would have died, anyway, sitting around. So that was a very good point. I'm glad whoever you were hoping to do that. I can't remember exactly what it was. I apologize for that, but it was good. It worked out well. So I think we are going to have to do that again. So we have a bunch of domestic fuels now because we had those people return. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to do one of these, and I'm going to stop this, and we're going to load up this caravan again, and we're going to send them out again. We have 580 coins. So we're not hurting so bad, but we aren't going to be able to make as much money as we did the first time around because, well, there's not as much stuff that we have to trade. So if we go to form a caravan and we go back to Rania and we go back to, we have 4 people, 4.5 risk of death. That's not bad. That's half of what it, well, not half, a little bit more than half of what it was before. So the only thing difference was that we bought that one, we got that one tech. So must have had something to do with it. So buying insurance doesn't do anything if I don't have anything here. That makes sense. So let's see what we can sell. We don't have a ton of things like I just said because we just did this, but let me look around for a second and we'll see what we can get. All right, so look at this little supply and demand action here. So we got potatoes last time, so the price went up. The demand went up, and so the price did. But we have plenty of other one-cost things to purchase, so that's what we're going to do here. I have 800 total weight that we can spare, so that's what we're going to spare on corn, 800, and so we're going to do some purchasing. Stone tools, again, domestic fuels, and corn. I know we got iron tools before, but I'm just going to do some stone tools this time. Feathers, wool, leather, alpaca wool, 500, and agave, 500. Super great. Unfortunately, we aren't going to have enough money to buy all of this. I just realized, so I'm going to have to do some tweaking. It looks like we're going to have to go about, I'm going to go about half of our domestic fuels, I think. So if I take that out, and then we go domestic fuels, and we say 200, what's that going to put us at? We are kind of in a pickle, it looks like. So I'm not going to go any lower on the domestic fuels. I'm just going to go lower on the corn, I guess. I would really prefer to not do that, but we don't have enough money to purchase this stuff. So, okay, so we're going to gain 2,000. We're at this much. So we need about 2,500. You can see here I can't form it because we don't have enough money. So we're going to have to go even lower on the corn, unfortunately. So that's going to be 100 less. That's not going to cut it, is it? So let's go half the stone tools then. So this is going to be a lot of this playthrough, is just kind of going back and forth, trying to figure out what the heck we can even afford. And there, okay, there we go, we got that. So buying items. We can do this for him. Buying insurance for Rania. Go. All right, great. We get another one on the way. Super nice that we're doing this. I kind of wish I would have started it earlier, but like I said before, I have this mindset on certain things that if I don't get it pointed out or I don't notice it, it just kind of works its way in the background there and kind of controls what I'm doing. So the example of that would be not trading, and of course the gatherer huts from last episode that I finally decided to try out. Okay, so another good thing that's on the way is some more immigrants. So that's really great. This caravan is going to take a while to prep and get out again because that's just kind of how it is. It takes a minute, and so that will happen. And then, you know, we're going to have to, can't really do another trade. We don't have a ton of money to trade anything with, but hopefully these little boosts in, you know, the domestic fuels that we have and the food that we have, it's going to make a difference. I really hope that it does. It's what we needed. So, you know, if that doesn't help, I'm kind of lost, really lost. So let's keep our fingers crossed for this also to work. And then I'll bring you back when we have the immigrants and when our caravan is back, and then we should be pretty good. Da-na-na-na. Another successful caravan trip. You can see they're rolling into town right now. Super, super nice. Finally have some action happening, something positive. Finally. So we'll get those guys back and get this stuff dropped off, and then we'll be doing really, really great. It doesn't show me what we got, but it says that we returned. We got new rep, level 1. Awesome. All right, and yeah, that's weird. It doesn't show me what the things we purchased, but we should have a bunch more potatoes. We got some corns. Heck yeah. And we have some of this alcohol action. Pick it up, take it away. Sure. Silver coins, 1,000. Excellent. Okay, so now what do we have? We have 1,000 coins. So what we could do is send out another caravan and only buy stuff. Okay, we could do that. We only have 1,000 coins. But let's just double check here. I know we just did this, and we're just checking to see if we have anything that we can really spare. And as you know, as I thought, we don't have any extra stuff. We don't have any sheep. We don't have any wool. We don't have any agave. We don't have any leather anymore. We got rid of all that stuff. So what I think we'll do is we'll just hold off for now. Let's see if our gains from the last 2 trades are going to be enough to sustain us a little bit. I really think they are, especially with this other immigrant batch coming up. And we'll throw in a couple of our workers here, and I want to have some more timber constantly happening over here. Start getting timber in automatically instead of me having to manually do it. It just doesn't really work that great to do it that way. And I do want to increase this domestic fuel to be a little bit, you know, I want it to be about 500. I want to have enough domestic fuels to last through winters. We are purchasing domestic fuels, so we're doing all right in that aspect, but we're not producing enough by ourselves yet. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. We need to be able to do that and continue that. So the only way to do that is to get some timber coming in, and we can see we're at a big fat 0 right now. So get that happening with this. And we'll probably, well, this I'm thinking about doing like a whole row of just foresters huts, like going all the way down here, just forester huts. And then it's kind of that similar idea, except with gatherer huts going all up in here, and just expand like crazy with those things, and let's have them all over the place, because those seem to be the best source of food we have besides the caravan trading. We don't, with the caravans, they aren't dying, so it's just straight awesomeness happening with that stuff, and it's very, very nice. We do have a shippy over here on the dock. Let's see if we can get anything here as far as food goes. It doesn't look like it, but we could get some more iron tools. These look like they are at the lower price because, like I mentioned with the potatoes, the iron tools were also higher priced because of our demand on them. So I think with 1,000 coins, if we do 4, that's going to be 60. Yeah, four iron tools. Really, is that, I'm like really considering that? Yes. So we'll go 40, and that'll be 600 silver coins, and that's going to be enough for a insurance when we need it. So okay, let's see. We can't do a transaction because we don't have 600 coins here. and we'll do a transaction like so. All right, we'll get those 40 tools in. Now 600 for 40 tools seems like a lot to me. And there's no rep bonus with this guy at all either, so it kind of feels bad, you know, definitely, but it's got to be done. So we're gonna do it until we can get some more timber coming in, like I mentioned here with the smithy, and start producing our own stuff, our own stone tools. And hopefully, you know, forester huts aren't the greatest thing in the world. You know, they're no tree farms. It's just they're okay. And that, you know, tier 1 stuff, they're not going to be great. They're not any dense forests. I forgot about dense forests. Those things are the best. But then we can't have that this playthrough. So I'm excited about these immigrants to get here. We might have enough housing for them. I'm not really sure if we will or not. Looks like we have 3 empty houses, and I do have 4 planned here, but obviously they're not built yet. We haven't had a builder. We got this cemetery built, and then I took the builder away to do something more useful for us. But we do have these just sitting at the dock until we get an immigrant to move them. So we'll just hold off on that and wait till those guys get here. And then when they do get here, I think what we'll do is do a lumber adventure, and we'll do it once the snow melts here, and we'll just take a ton of trees down. We'll probably go like out here or something, and you know, pick up all the trees around here, everything. We'll just try and do a little boost in our timber production here, because we really could use some timber here. So I'm gonna do a gather all. The snow is starting to melt, and I'm gonna grab. I want to grab all of this, and then I don't want to go too far into this radius here. Because of the gatherer's hut, looks like we're just about on the border, like just perfectly for the gatherer hut. So that's great. That worked out well. And we'll get this stuff gathered up, and then we'll also do it over here, and we'll kind of grab all this stuff, and hopefully we have enough time to get all this stuff back before the winter hits. With this will probably be about 10 immigrants that are arriving to town right about now. So let's go ahead and we'll do that right here, and we'll get that stuff happening. Then they're going to go into the hunter's huts or the gatherer's huts. Probably a little bit of the hunter's huts, and probably more than that. Because, you know, with the hunter's huts, that's how we were getting the leather and the fur and the wool and all that other stuff. Which, since I've stopped doing that, we aren't, obviously. So it's we don't have a whole lot of trade stuff generating yet. So we do have another tech point, and I was thinking about going into, like we were talking about, the carving workshop for our timbers. And we could get pottery, but then we're gonna need construction and lighting. So that's here. So we're gonna need mining, calcining kiln for that. So that's like 3 points, right? So calcining kiln, we did get sand mining. So what I think we'll do is we'll kind of invest in our future. We'll grab the calcining kiln here, and then we are going to go lighting next, and then we'll get the pottery and the carving workshop. I can't do anything with the sand, but I don't think Rui said anything about fats. So Rui, if you're watching, and let me know if I can get some lighting going here. So if we can make some glass, well, we can't make glass, we have to import it. But if I could get some lanterns going, let me know, because I'm definitely gonna do that. If that falls within your challenge parameters, let me build some lanterns, because that would be a really, really good export thing to have. So that's what I would like to do. Okay, so this is going pretty great over here. We already have a good hunk of our trees cut up. You can see here, of course, that we're in the red with timber because we didn't produce enough in the last season, or last year, whatever it is now. But we are doing good with water, and our food is still in the red. So it looks like our boost with the imports has kind of faded a little bit. So I am going to put in the 3 people in the hunter's hut right away here. And I want to go... I guess we'll do a couple people in the fishing dock once they're done. I don't want to take too many people away because I want this to happen. And if we take too many people away, then we won't get done in time. But you know what? I think I'm going to shrink this just a touch. I want this stuff picked up, and we could really use some more stones and iron here, so we could start to make our own tools. It'd be really great if we could do that instead of having to import. I would have much rather have imported a bunch of food instead of that stuff, but we really couldn't. So rope is another thing that we could export. We have 500 herbs. Okay, so let's do another caravan. And what we're gonna do with this caravan is we're gonna go see Ronnie again, and we'll do 4. 4 seems to be working out really great. And let's sell some rope. We have 54 ropes, so let's go ahead and go 54. Sell those ropes, and then 100, we'll do 100 agaves. It's going to be not that much money we'll get from that because we've been exporting it so much, the price has gone down. And then what was the other thing? We got the rope. We could do some reeds, less than one a piece. Let's go 80 reeds, and we'll sell those. And then alpaca, we'll go 50. All the stuff that we've, it's all lower. You can see that it's a weird decimal number because it's lower, because we've already shipped some out. Let's see, what else do we get here? This is not going to yield us that much, 489, but that's okay. We don't have to have a huge raking in of all the things every time we do a caravan. So let's do the 489. We do have 400 coins, so we could go like up to 800, and I think that's kind of what we'll do here. So we'll go straight to 800. Well, yeah, oats. We can eat oats, and I think that would be good. And then we have enough money for our insurance for the next time, and let's go ahead and we'll form this caravan, and we'll get that out pretty soon. I need, we're going to keep doing these caravan cycles so we can keep getting this food generated. We're not quite doing it. We can see here our food is in the negative again. Plummeted after we got our shipments in, of course. That's kind of to be expected. So what I need to do is just get a ton of these things going, like, constantly, and I think we're just gonna have to kind of gradually get into it, because I can't really just dump everybody into it right away, because we have to have a couple of our other things going. But this caravan has been a good thing in this episode, so I'm glad that we got to do that. It's helped a lot. So we'll get this gatherer's hut going here very shortly. I swear that I did select all. Maybe that stuff's already coming back, which is kind of crazy. It looks like it's already July, so we're not going to be able to reach all of these things. Where are we at for timber? We got not a whole lot of timber taken up. So let's gather all the stuff that's closer here, and we'll worry about the stuff that's further away later. We'll do another. We got lots of veggies over here. Look at all that food. Yeah, so let's gather that stuff up with the 6 people that we have left, and then we'll get these 6 people in. We're doing great with smiley faces and with hearts. We don't have anybody in the church right now, so that's great that we have these positive things still. And then we'll get some more workers going here. We'll put another person in the chopping house probably to keep up with the demand. And yeah, and then we'll get some more people in the gatherer's hut as well, and it will be all good to go. So we're just gonna wait just a little bit more. It's August, so it's middle of the summer, kind of tail end of summer there. And we'll gather up all of these veggies over here, and then we should be looking all right for another winter. These guys will be back in about 160 days, so that's probably going to be like right in the middle of winter. But that's good timing, because there are not going to be so much things happening in the middle of winter, so that'll be good, I think. And hopefully that works out. So I'll bring you back right before that, and then we'll see what else we can get into. All right, caravan is rolling back into town. So we're having a bunch of people die, freeze to death. Luckily, we got our caravan coming in. I had everybody assigned to a job. We lost a hunter, a gatherer, and a gatherer. Unfortunately, I'm trying to keep this freaking stuff coming in so you can have some food, but everybody's dying on me all the time. What I would really like to get is a boiler in here so that the people don't have to come all the way down to back to the houses. But we're gonna need mining and smelting for that. And let's see, where is that even? Mining, smelting. Oh, right there. So that would take 2 points to get into that. And then, yeah, so we need a couple more points. We don't have a ton of extra people, of course, to do the research institutes. So that's why we haven't done it. And I just looked at laborers, we had 3, and now we have 0 again. I lost another gatherer, forester, and gatherer. So, yeah, the boilers would be great, I think. If we have to, of course, import the goods to get them, but we could manage that. Let's see. So yeah, we have 3 people in the forester's hut, and this is obviously quite bare now. So I think we're gonna take a couple people out of there. And let's just plant trees for a little bit here. What I should do, like I said before, I wanted to do more than one. Is let's get another one started here, and then we could, do the same thing, and we could like alternate between these 2 or more forester's huts, so that we would give this an opportunity to grow back, and then hop over here and get this fixed. That might be the way to do it. Just go back and forth and back and forth. Cut down the trees, replant, and then just kind of cycle like that. Switch us to plant trees, and that might be good there. And then here, ooh, look at this. We're at over 1,000 food. Super, super nice to have that happening finally. So there are 2 people in the chopping house because they came back with our goods from the trade are at max cap. You know, I'm just gonna plop this up. I'm gonna get it up going pretty good. We need the domestic fuels, so let's do it. Keep making it. We don't have a ton of timber, but you know, if we can manage this, that would be really great. Let's put somebody in a builder, and there we go. We'll get that started, and that should be good to go. So yeah, with this immigrant group coming in, that'll be wonderful. I feel like when we gathered up all that stuff last season, that was pretty good. It helped a lot. I am going to go with gather all again. Oops, not gather all. I meant gather all the plants like so, and then also down here because we have a bunch of mature trees and stuff where a bunch of little goodies have grown. So we want to get those guys picked up. All right, so our smiley faces, I just noticed, are also getting bad. So I'm going to swap from the clinic to the church. There we go. And now we'll get this to go up. And then, of course, our hearts will drop because we haven't kept up with it. And that's okay. I would rather have our hearts not as high versus the smiley faces, like I said before. Yeah, so let's get these immigrants, and then I think we'll be good to go. Welcome back. I got something to show you. I'm hyped about it. Okay, so we got our citizens here. We're gonna take them, and it's gonna be awesome. We got 10. All right, but then look at this. Okay, ready? Here it is. Here it is, right there. Cats. We got 10 of them. 1,000 apiece. Oh yeah, I'm super excited about them. Okay, so that was a little event that popped up. Super excited about that, obviously. So let's go ahead and we are going to sell those kittens. We are going to pause this just for a moment because, of course, I don't want everything to die before we can send this thing out. We are going to buy insurance. We are going to sell items. And I believe that's under trade goods, if I can find it here. There they are, kittens. Okay, so they're only 770 apiece. That's still pretty good. That's still pretty good. We're gonna get 7,700 price for those guys, monies, and we're gonna sell, and 7,700 monies. Oh, it's gonna be nice. So happy about that. And we're gonna get some more food coming in, of course, because that's kind of where we're at right now. And let's take a peek though. We are green in food and in water and in herbs there, but not so much in wood. We're working on it. I'll show you what else I did. You know, let's get some more tools. Now that we'll have a little bit of money. So yeah, let's grab some more tools here. We did buy, what was it, like 40 last time? Let's go ahead. So that's gonna be 1,500. Okay, I guess so. And then let's do another 500. Okay, So yeah, we're at 2,500. That's pretty. I'm pretty happy with those numbers. Pretty good. And then let's go back up over here, and we will go ahead and get some more food. And we'll just get a bunch of something or other, probably rice, because I'm kind of going down the list here. And as the prices go up, I'm just kind of getting something different. 900 rice coming in. All right, total price, 34.24. We got insurance, buy kittens, and we're going to have some extra money. So if we purchase this stuff, okay, something is going on here. I think I need to sell these cats before I can buy anything for some reason. I don't really know why that happened. You can see here, I only want 1 potato, and I have, oh, it's the insurance part. Darn. But here's what I think I'm gonna do. I don't want to lose these cats, and I can't afford the 231 premium to insure them. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna do 1, because I can afford, maybe we can do 2. Let's do 2 here, because I can afford the premium on them. And so what we're gonna do here, we'll get 1,500 monies from that. We can buy some stuff. So what I want to do is, let's go ahead and we'll buy a couple rice thingy doodlers. I think this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get 800 rice and 250 domestic fuel for 2 cats, insurance, Rania, 4 people, form, do it. All right, so that's gonna go out. Of course, we got 6 people left. And what I want to do is we'll throw people in the hunter's hut yet again. And then I do have this fishing dock maxed out on people 4. We have the little green doohickey right here. And so I thought that somebody also mentioned in the comments that, hey, you have, all your people at the fishing dock that doesn't have the green buff on it. So what are you doing? So we moved it. And that's why that's there now. So we have 3 people left. We got people freezing to death again, of course. And I do have this on the way. This one up here, this forester's hut. And then I did build another one over here. So this one is both felling trees and planting trees right now, and this one, it was just planting trees, but I think I'm going to also do fell trees now that this has kind of grown back a little bit. So we'll have both of these kind of going together, and hopefully that's going to be an okay amount of continuous income of timber. You can see that we are currently sitting at, like I said before, a whole lot of no timber. So let's just gather all here. And we got the 3 people running around as laborers, and I think that will be great. We have 29 adults now, 8 kids. That's much better than before. And I think that's going to be it for this episode. We got our money on the way with our cats and a couple other goodies, and we'll sell the rest of the cats in the next episode. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night.